So, good evening everyone. Good evening your dear MIS racing fans, and we are here for our fourth part of the drivers interview for our season 2. And tonight I am joined here with our two admins, that is Mr. David Lawson and Jarne Vandebriel. Welcome guys.
Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening.
Hello. So, first of all, we had this little idea of introducing everyone in the first few weeks of the new season. For you two guys, it's a little bit special as you are the main runners, I would like to call it, together with Dominic Walsh, but we had him already as he's the reigning champion. So first of all, I want to thank you two guys for all your dedication and the work you put in, because I can only imagine how much it is that you have to suffer and you have to lean into to keep everything running. And
yeah.
So first question, because it fits especially to you, David, why founding MRS initially?
It just started out as an idea, really. I just wanted to get a group of guys together just to enjoy racing, really, and to include everybody in the racing. I mean, I was in a few leagues before. Obviously, I started the MRS, and everything just didn't feel together, if that makes sense. I just wanted to get everybody together so we could all have a laugh, we could have a bit of a race, and I didn't expect it to take off as well as it did, really.
Okay. How many guys have you been in the very first race?
The very first race of the MRS? I think we actually started out with about 14 drivers, I think.
Ah, okay, that's quite a lot.
Yeah, it was quite a lot, for the first race, and it sort of built up over that. As you can tell yourself, getting into season 2, we've sort of got a nice steady 20 at the moment. We've had 20 for the last 2 races, so yeah, it's looking promising for the start of season 2.
How many of those 14 initial drivers are real life friends of yours?
2 of them.
Only 2, okay.
Yeah, only 2. Yeah, we've got Simo. I used to go to school with him. I used to go to primary school and secondary school, and then my best mate Martin Ward, Mercy Man. So yeah.
I thought it was more, but okay. Okay,
just 2.
Why not? And question for both of you to bring in Jarne. As we are here right now, what is the biggest work to do right now in keeping things going? Any one of you?
Oh, I thought I was to Jarne. Sorry.
Yeah, it's a difficult question. I think we are going in a good way. Looking that we are having 20 drivers on the grid over the last 2 weeks. So I think that's the most important thing for us, that we have to keep doing this every week, and then we will see how it goes.
Okay, so keeping things full and flowing, actually.
Yes.
Anything to add, David?
Not really. I'd just like to thank Jarne actually for the Discord that he created. It basically started out during lockdown, when Jarne was self-isolating. He got in touch with me and he says, look, I hope you don't mind, I've started this Discord, and it sort of went from there, really, and I absolutely love what he's done with it, and I do think it's helped organise the league a lot better, ready for season 2, so yeah, it's just keeping that maintained, really.
Yeah, I had to do something because I was getting bored during my lockdown, so...
Yeah, it's interesting that you say it, because I was within a few leagues now, and to my earlier stage, somewhere during the last autumn or so, I was wondering why MIS was the only league that did not have a Discord server. But it was okay. I think it was okay. I think everything was manageable in the Facebook group likewise. But as you both say, it's just better to have it and better organization.
I was quite new to Discord just before I joined MRS. I've only used it for a couple of other games. So I wasn't with the technical side of the Discord server. And it was, obviously I set one up which was just a basic one, just to get us started. And I worked on it a bit, but I didn't realise the extent of stuff you can do, which Jarne's obviously proven with that. So obviously he's done all that for us, so it's looking a lot better.
Jarne's Corona hobby.
Yeah, sure. I had to do something. I got up at, let's say, 9 a.m. in the morning, and what do you do on a Corona day? Just sleeping, eating, watching a bit of TV, and then the boring kicks in. So I was happy that I was able to do it.
Okie dokie. Let's get a bit more into the sports thing, away from organization and management towards the sports. Both of you, let's start with David. How pleased have you been with your result of season 1?
Let's not talk about that. It was a bit of a
we do.
Bit of a thing on. Obviously, halfway through the season, I changed to the wheel, which didn't help me really gain any more points. I've obviously found out that I'm a lot quicker on the controller, so I've recently gone back to the controller, ready for season 2. So I'm hoping this season's a lot better. But as I say, season 1, I sort of changed halfway through the season when I shouldn't have done. Really, I probably could have picked up a few more points towards the end. So
this is so ironic because you are the, I think, only or first driver I heard of who switched back to the gamepad after having a wheel, and especially for me, I mean, I play Formula 1 games since, I don't know, when got Grand Prix 2 released in, I think, 1995 or something, and I have never ever been able to race with a wheel, and I'm just jealous of you, and you go back to the gamepad.
Yeah, I know, it is a bit of a strange one. It's a strange one for me, really. I don't know why. I mean, the house I live in is not really. It's quite I'll say tiny house. It's not. I had to get the wheel out all the time and put it back, back in storage. So it was a nightmare getting it back out and all that again as well. So I decided to go back to the controller.
I see. So, same question about the result of the last year for Jarne, and you were sitting in Racing Point, right?
Yes, I was in the Racing Point last year.
So, what about your last season?
Yeah, I joined at Canada, I think. It was half through the season or something, but I had a really good race there. I think I was 2nd or 3rd, so it was quite a good coming into MRS. But a little bit of ups and downs. I got 2 victories, I think, one in Azerbaijan and one in Monaco last year. So it's put me up a bit in the table because I finished in 6th, I think. But it was just looking for some consistency, and I hope to have it this year more than last year, because there was also some bad races last year. And
well, coming into the league at around midway mark and then finish 6th is more or less a slap to the face for 14 people. Actually.
I would not put it this way, but I was also a bit lucky because of the circuits that we drove when I joined, because Canada is one of my favorite tracks, so that explains a lot.
Okay. You are more or less it seems like you are the king of tracks when walls are closed. Would you say so?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So we will find out about that as soon as we head to Monaco and Azerbaijan again in this season.
But you are putting a lot of pressure on me now.
Yeah, that's what I intended to. How did you feel then in Hanoi last week?
I felt pretty comfortable. I didn't like the circuit before, but when we were racing there, the walls were close, but especially in Sector 3, but like I said, I didn't like the circuit, but when we were driving it and I had some free space, it was not that bad. I must admit I did like it at the end.
Okay. So I've now depicted your car for this season. You have scooted over from Racing Point to Ferrari.
Yes.
To finish this topic, David, how did you feel in Hanoi?
Yeah, I'm still trying to get used to the Red Bull. To be fair, I mean the car does sound and feel a hell of a lot different to last season's Merc, but yeah, I'm still trying to get used to the car. To be fair,
Okay.
I'm trying to get back to the point where I was last season at the start of the season when I remember when you started commentating. Actually, you noticed that I was quite a quick starter through the pack.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to get back to that sort of point, really. But yeah, last week just felt a bit hit and miss, really. I mean, I did enjoy the track once I was out there. Like Jarne said, when you're out there, it just feels a lot smoother and stuff.
So this brings me to another thing. Speaking about the teams, your former teams and your new teams. David Lawson, has it been by jeopardy that the MRS founder sits in the car of Lewis Hamilton?
It was quite weird that. Obviously, I did do the draw live. Everybody saw it, and I did do it live on Facebook. So it wasn't rigged, as many people might think. But yeah, okay. It was nice, obviously, to have the car of Lewis Hamilton. Yeah.
So where's the difference if you say that Red Bull feels different because the car performances are equal?
They are, yeah. I don't know what it is. Cars just seem to sound differently, and they do. I feel myself personally that they do handle slightly differently per car, but obviously they are equal. So I don't really know where that comes from. Whether it's just in my head, it's probably just a mental thing. I don't really know.
I don't think it's in your head. I have the same issue. So
you do, yeah. That's good that somebody else has that then.
So, would you say that if you could, would you go back to Mercedes, or are you just okay and just need a bit of time to get used to
probably just need a bit of time to adjust to the car, really. I mean, there is quite a few cars I would have liked above the Red Bull, but yeah, I'm happy to give the Red Bull a go this season.
And you got to like your teammate, I suppose.
Yeah, obviously, I'm with Mercy Man, my best mate since primary school. So,
okay.
So yeah, hopefully we can get in the points and pick up some points for the Red Bull this season.
Martin Ward, who will be joining us some later time, but he will hopefully join us for interviews too. And same question for you, Jarne, coming from Racing Point into the red car with the jumping horse on it.
Yeah, like I said, at David's answer, it feels a bit different to me also. I have the feeling that the Ferrari is at some point a bit woody or something. It just feels like that. The Racing Point feels a lot more smooth than the Ferrari does, and it's weird and I can't explain it, but it feels like that.
Well, there is a big difference in sound. I think Ferrari has the Ferrari engine has a very strange sound.
Yeah,
okay,
I've actually I've drove that Ferrari in another league, and the Ferrari is the worst sounding car possible. It just doesn't sound right in the game. It sounds awful.
So I have to look it up right now. I'm not familiar already with all the new names. Who is your teammate? Let's have a look at Jarne's teammate.
It's Jack Rockman.
Torpedo Jack, of course.
Yes, Torpedo Jack.
What do you think about your team, including teammate now for this season?
I think we have a pretty decent team.
Okay.
I have a lot of confidence in Jack. He joined late. I think he did just 2 or 3 races last season. But we were talking with David and Tom to decide the pots we were doing for the draw. And it was a difficult one to pick the 10th person, because there are a lot of guys that are even at that point. But because of Jack, who joined late, we decided to put him in pot 2. But I'm happy that he is my teammate. I think you could have seen that the space is good. And like I said, we just need to find some consistency, and it's better to get points every week than one of the guys that finish in first and the other one doesn't get points. So
Ferrari is always a team where it's where the seats are hot. So there is always some battle for who is the one in Ferrari. All the time back since Michael Schumacher was the undisputed number one. What do you think about that towards Jack Rognan?
I think we match pretty well. We talk a lot through the week to decide what we're going to do in races, and
okay, but that's not a typical Ferrari answer. So
no, it's not. I think we're changing the way Ferrari leads their team, but okay. we getting along very good, and I'm happy to have him as my teammate.
Okay, I see. So one last question for both of you guys. The season is still long, 20 races upcoming. What are your each goals for the new season? Let's start with Jarne.
I hope I can be in the top 3.
Okay.
I think of course we have Simo and we have Dominic, who were good last year. Also Mirko joined throughout the season 1. And there are a lot of quick drivers, like Thomas is also a guy to watch. But like I said already, I'm hoping for consistency this season, so that I score points every week. And for 3 races we have had now, I'm on a good way. So I'm hoping for P3.
P3, not P1.
Nah, I think it's out of my league.
Okay. So, well, let's see then how and who you will be battling. If it's gonna be Mirko Caruso, like you said, if it might be Dominic Walsh, if it might be one of the new Swiss guys. They have shown quite some.
Yeah, I think it will be a good battle for P1 till P6, 7. I think we are with a lot of drivers that has the pace. So it's all going down to consistency.
Same question to you, David.
Yeah, as Jarne has he's gone in big there at P3 because obviously we saw Mirko take it last week in Hanoi, didn't we? And then obviously we got Tan and all the new guys coming through. So as he's gone in big, I think I'm going to go and say that I'm just hoping for a bit of consistency, and I'm just hoping for one podium. That's all I want, is one podium. This season.
Okay.
I mean, I've come close. I think I finished 4th in one of the races last season, but I've never actually got a podium in a league race. So yeah, to finish on the podium would be nice this year.
Okay, so I will keep fingers crossed for both of you, of course, just like everyone. Got to be neutral. And I just hope that we will have some great races upcoming and another very close and exciting championship. Whoever it will be, who's gonna chase the first prime spot in the end. But I think season 1 was very promising and a really, really cool end. And if all those guys be with us from the starting point until the end of the race, it's gonna be a really cool season. Thanks for you guys for being with me. Anything else you want to mention? Anything else you want to bring in? Now is your time.
No, I don't think so. I'm all good.
Okay, Jarne?
Yeah, I'm hoping for a good season, like you said already. Hoping that we can keep all the guys and keep it clean, keep it fast, and then it all should come
that is
good
the main
at the end.
Yeah,
for sure.
As long as we keep it clean, we do like clean racing, so yeah.
So, thanks for being with us. Jarne,
thanks for having us.
Jarne, thank you for the hard work you put in to get all things managed. Likewise,
it was my pleasure.
David, thank you for keeping it up and having MRS, having founded the Mainstream Racing Series. I think it's, in my opinion, the most sympathetic league that I work in, and I do enjoy it too. To be
thank you for broadcasting for us as well.
Yeah, of definitely.
Course. Just it is fun. It is fun as long as the game allows us to have fun. And so yeah, thanks again, and then see you all in 2 days.
China.
When we travel
Yes.
to Shanghai.
Brilliant.
All right. Thank you,
Okay,
boys.
see you Wednesday.
Have a nice evening.
See you Wednesday.
Bye bye.
Bye.